My favorite is the bicycle kick, the up.
It seems like a lot of work.
I just don't know how you. I just want to cradle Counter-Strike in my arms and be like, what did they do to you?
Ooh,
To turn it into that.
I know.
From Counter-Strike, what happened inside your code?
Yeah, Atrophian says achievement unlocked, almost perfect checkpoint.
Yeah,
Checkpoint also has spam chivos.
We each had really long stories.
I really nailed my Mount Chiliad story.
Yeah.
I was very happy about that.
Even with your staunch refusal to ever slow anything down.
Hey, I'm supposed to be excited.
And I just ruined it for everyone.
Oh, whatever.
Is the game straight up cockfighting? I guess it is. Or hen fighting, anyway.
Yeah.
Where did the bad modder touch you? Huh. So,
but that one is like, because like I wrote that outro and I was like, okay, so one, you're super excited to do a Tekken chicken parody. Okay.
Fine.
Why use Counter-Strike
Yeah.
as the base for your thing? And then it goes, you can look at it more. Why is one of the chickens glowing purple? And why do they both have red glowing eyes? Why do they have a move that is just them sitting down?
Why is there a bunch of people behind a barricade on a pier watching these chickens fight?
Yeah, it is.
What's the barricade for?
Why are the chicken noises just sound like somebody laughing?
Over a chicken, over the barricade. It is spelled Chikken, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
At least one person, Asthenthius, asking that in chat.
Why did Twitch never tell me the stream was on? I don't know.
That's
also,
a different question, Gekio.
Why, as somebody in the comments for the article pointed out, why is Nick called Pekin?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Pekken. That's really good. So yeah, let's talk about some gaming news in a more casual manner that we often do after the end of the thing.
Somebody in chat, and their name sort of scrolled by, was because people were like, yeah, she's always going full tilt. And I was like, I'm excited, and so said, no, you're not excited. It's like extreme sarcasm. And I was watching some of the early cuts of Graham's Australia vlogs last night, and I don't often have the chance to sort of like listen to what I say, right? Because it just leaves my mouth and I forget about it, as most people do. And I was like, man, am I always this dry?
She is. In the vlogs, anyway.
I mean,
you have very, very, very dry delivery.
Also, you were in Australia. It was warm.
It was super dry there, yeah.
It rained on us like several days in a row. Remember?
Actually, yeah, it was. It
was spring, damp. So it was very much like we left Canada and went back to Antipodean Canada. Same weather, sort of rainy.
Australia vlogs are incoming. Yes, they are. I'm on the back half.
But Graham, you want to get them all done before you release them, right? So you can just be like bam, 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 and not like draw it out.
Yeah.
I think that's better for people.
They're gonna go up in real time, which is to say one a day, which is why I want to get them all done ahead of time. So, ETA, a couple weeks, I think. I'm making good progress. Like we were there. We landed on it was like we left on the 24th of October, and I'm up to.
The 1st of November.
November 1st. So I've got like November 2nd through 7th.
But a lot of that, you didn't really do a lot of PAX vlogs.
No, the PAX episodes will be short because PAX was crazy good.
You might just actually compress them all into one episode, I think.
Might do, who knows. So
so it's not like, here we are walking, here we are leaving.
Erica, yes, they will be on the G-Vlog channel, but I'll put up a video on the main channel to let people know because I know that a bunch of people are watching for it. So.
We should really put the G-Vlog channel in like the sidebar.
Oh yeah, wow. I don't know why we hadn't thought of that. Derp, derp, derp.
Considering it's like part of the same thing. Mm-hmm. Hey everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Let's talk about stories.
There's a Mario-themed Monopoly game.
It looks kind of like they've really just tried to make Mario Party into a board game because
it's got power-ups and boss fights.
You collect coins, but you can't go bankrupt. Right? And you use the coins to fight bosses, and then the bosses give you coin rewards, and then the person with the most coins at the end wins, which sounds very suspiciously like Mario Party. And yeah, you buy property, but...
I mean, Mario Party needs stars, but it also doesn't have the actual like mini-game part of Mario Party.
But coins are the tiebreaker in case of a tie of stars.
Yeah.
And Yeah, it sounds like, I mean, after actually having played, we played the Monopoly on stream. The idea of an end game for Monopoly that isn't just everyone runs out of money actually seems like a great idea.
Yeah.
So, yay for that.
Are you guys gonna? Oh yeah, Cthulhu. Yeah, it's not really like news because it happens twice a year. But hey, SGDQ is on, so
It started on Saturday.
yeah.
I understand that it is pretty cool.
Yeah, SGDQ is great. I actually am going to watch some of it, I think, at home. I don't know how much Penelope will put up with it. Because if I turn it on, she
Mercano,
might
that's-
just get angry that we're
maybe.
not watching Peppa Pig.
Mercano, that's not a bad idea. G-Vlogs is less of a side project because it's the channel is under the Loading Ready Run channel, so
Yeah, it's not like it's not Loading Ready Run related. It's just a separate channel so that it doesn't
Yeah.
spam the regular channel.
like Loading Ready Live is.
Yeah.
Any ad revenue from the G-Vlog channel goes to the site. So
All right, so yeah, there's this chicken mod. I don't think there's too much more to say about that.
No, it's basically a look at this.
Other than apparently there's he has plans for all sorts of improvements to it. Different types
good.
of chickens and more animations and all sorts
Get
of
some
stuff.
of those exotic rare all black chickens.
with the crazy hair.
No, there's a type of chicken from Asia that's black inside and out. Even their bones are black.
Wow.
They're they're apparently lucky to eat, but they're incredibly expensive and you can buy them and
How do they actually taste?
like chicken.
Okay.
It doesn't affect the taste of the chicken.
I feel
but it
like
looks
somebody
weird.
just really burned a chicken and then was like, "Oh no, this is a super rare black chicken." Oh yeah,
Kathleen
double
pronounced
the price.
Peppa Pig perfectly. It sounds so weird in North American dialect.
What?
Dialect.
Pronounce Peppa Pig, but not dialect.
Be quiet, both of you. So on with the news.
How else do you pronounce Peppa Pig?
Well,
Peppa Pig, I guess. I don't know. How do you say Peppa Pig?
Pee Pig? Poop
Pepe
This is
Pig.
Mummy.
Peppa
I'm
Pig.
Peppa Pig. This
Anyway.
is Mummy Pig. This is Daddy Pig.
This is
Anyway,
my little brother George.
Dinosaur.
so yeah, there's this Mario Monopoly, which actually seems kind of interesting. They've done this. There was also I remember a while ago. There's the Mario, what do you call it? Jenga. That sounded
yeah.
kind of cool. Where it was Mario. Yeah, you have a little thing that you move around the stacks and stuff. The idea of sort of actually not just doing a skin, but actually doing changing the mechanics of some of these games.
Yeah.
I actually think is kind of a cool idea.
If you want to see any of the gameplay of 5 stars 1,000 top rated, Jim Sterling did a video of it before it got taken down. It's terrible.
Or just
It's
play a
just sliding tile puzzle.
Yeah,
It's just that.
it's not even, and it's
Not even good.
well, it's explicitly or deliberately really really easy sliding block puzzles because they want you to be able to get the achievements super quick.
Yeah. Was there a weird little Twitch burp there? Weird. All right. Whatever.
Oh, Eve Online developer gets sent a bag of dicks in the mail. So there's several services online that let you send somebody a bag of dicks, usually gummy candy and sparkles and stuff like that.
But penis shaped.
Oh yes, because the most horrible thing you can imply is that a man would involuntarily enjoy putting his mouth around another man's genitals.
Hey, if they're gummy candies, fill me up with dicks.
I mean,
I love
eat
gummy candy.
I think the eat a bag of dicks has some latent homophobia that we should probably.
Well, tons of insults do, yes.
I think we should phase that one out. I don't think it's cute.
but it's. I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
I like the.
that's true. You're correct.
I like the absurdity of it.
Yeah.
It's not eat a dick.
Yeah.
It's eat a bag of
That's
dicks,
true.
which do not, as far as I know,
Come in a bag.
come in bags.
True. I haven't looked. I'm not. I can't stop making jokes about Dick's Drive-In in Seattle, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
but
That's what
you're
the-
super into it though when you're talking about dicks. It's
Oh,
let's
yeah.
go put dicks in our
Let's go
mouth.
put dicks
Yeah,
inside us.
that's the exact same joke.
Yeah,
But when you say go eat a bag of dicks, you're saying it as a negative thing.
that's true.
Whereas when you're
there's a change between using it as an insult and me doing it voluntarily. But anyway, the point is, people. So someone actually contacted me on Twitter Twitter like a week or so ago to ask if we were going to talk about the recent drama. Have you seen the recent drama, Paul? The Eve drama?
There's Eve drama and people are upset.
So much Eve drama.
They rebalanced some things and people are very angry.
It wasn't just that.
Well, I know, but like, there's a lot of people.
Sorry, I don't know what it was other than they rebalanced
hell,
things.
neither do I. Like I went to the subreddit and it was just wall-to-wall angry memes, and I was really trying to figure out what the actual problem was. But basically, it seemed like a big part of it was that there were some changes that were made that people didn't like for various reasons. That's to be expected. And then somebody from CCP made a post that was that basically people found super insulting.
That sort of dismissed the concerns?
Yeah. And so people were more upset about the developers' response to it than actually by the changes, which they were still very upset by, but they were more upset by, you know.
So yeah, so it's just people get mad about balance changes.
I think it was something. It was something more than that. But yes. Anyway.
All right, so anyhow, people were mad, and somebody was like, "Oh, I'm going to show them."
So he sent them the bag of dicks.
But
Yeah.
when you send mail to Iceland, you are required to include a custom slip, which was not provided.
Yeah. Customs, yeah.
And just to explain the value and what the shipment was, so they had to open the shipment. And so the guy basically got an email saying, "Hey, we were unable to deliver your penis candies. Would you like to send us some documentation so we can try again?"
And so they were like, "No, it's fine."
Right.
It's like those.
I think that's funny.
It's like those ESRB rating things where they have to like describe what's in the game.
Yeah.
In very academic terms.
We were unable to deliver your package, which included novelty, human human genital.
Hello, your shipment has been opened and it did not contain an invoice. We need to have an invoice or some kind of receipt that confirms the value of the contents to get the shipment cleared through customs. The shipment contains 2 candy gummy bags in the shape of penises, glitter, penis-shaped confetti, and a coupon that says, "Eat a bag of dicks."
They could have said a bag of gummy candy.
Yeah.
Like the penis-shaped part of the gummy candy wasn't necessary for the customs declaration.
Neither was the description of the glitter. It's just good.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, how do you put a value on a coupon that says "eat a bag of dicks"?
Yeah.
What is that possibly worth?
15 cents.
Anyway, all right. Then we've got this whole thing about the various achievement spams and trophies and things.
Yeah, it was weird. It's we've stumbled across it actually on Watch and Play. In fact, an achievement spam game is on my short list for Watch and Play. I already have it installed. But we stumbled across one that was just, like you fight zombies, but it's like you get achievement for it's like fired rifle 5 times, fired rifle 10 times, fired rifle 15 times, and it just kept popping up, and we're like, what, why?
I remember even like way back in the day, like trophy, you finished the first cutscene.
Yeah.
We always made like that happened quite often.
Yeah, it's funny though because we were talking about the story beforehand when I said that people are asking Steam to like step in and put rules and regulations in. And when Microsoft originally introduced achievements for the 360, they did that, and Microsoft still has that. And same with Sony. It's like you get 1,000 points per game, and they have a bunch of like regulations regarding what you can have, like what you can have achievements for.
Yeah.
Right. I think there was one game pretty early on that was like there was actually a gamer score achievement for like being #1 in the world, and Microsoft was like, "Don't do
Only
that."
one person can ever get that achievement.
Well, like
I guess
maybe a dozen people ever,
Yeah.
right? So it's like 1,000 for that, and like 500 for indie games, and like certain if it's gameplay DLC, you can add an additional 200 points or something like that. But Steam doesn't give a shit, obviously, right? And
Well, yeah,
because who cares, right? Like I like that Microsoft has those rules in there. I appreciate that, but if someone wants to put it a Steam game that's like you got 3,000 achievements, and someone wants to pay the money to get those 3,000 achievements. Fine. I stone cold don't care. Because for me at least, I don't get to play games that much. I don't care if I have 10 or 100 or 1,000 Steam achievements. It does not matter.
Yeah, and I mean with Steam it's a little different too because you don't have like a score, you just have like a number of achievements. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the idea of there being like 3,000 achievements when Jim Sterling was playing that game Blood whatever, it actually crashed Steam because there were so many achievements coming in.
That's so good. Oh, that's cool, actually. Feral Chicken says, first cutscene achievements were often put in by developers as piracy tracking. Like, well, 1 million people bought this game, but 300 million people have got that achievement.
Oh,
or
that's actually an interesting idea.
3 million. The example was 100 million versus 3 million. That is interesting.
In other news, StarCraft Remastered is going to be $15.
That's not bad.
No, I mean, it's like they're basically, they're trying to make the game play the same but look better. So there's a very interesting breakdown on Ars Technica on what they had to do.
Which is
stuff
impressive
like that.
because they started with nothing.
Yeah.
Apparently,
they're like,
yeah,
we're
they
missing
lost
a bunch
all
of
the
code
assets.
and the art assets. They did find a lot of the original sounds though. Like the article on Ars Technica is really cool. It's a very detailed breakdown.
Yeah, the audio guy still works at Blizzard
And
and had the audio from StarCraft 1 saved.
Just like on a disc or something.
Yeah. The art, they had nothing. And the code, they had almost nothing. They were basically starting from scratch, just like, here's StarCraft, make that.
So the art, they actually ended up, like, they have a lot of the, like, concept art, and they have,
Not a
like,
pain in the ass. Yeah.
and they ended up basically redrawing it all. But my favorite part is, they're talking about how when they redrew it, they
They're like,
actually...
all this lighting is like this really bad. The shadows are in the
Yeah,
wrong
they
places and stuff.
they deliberately went in and redid it incorrectly in the same way as the perspective is wrong on a bunch of the things and like the shadows are wrong.
Not because people who worked at Blizzard were bad at their job, just because 3D modeling software when they made the original StarCraft was very new and people didn't maybe know how to use it as well as they do now.
Well, and it's like because StarCraft isn't actually 3D.
Yeah.
It's sprite renders of 3D objects.
yeah.
So as they like rotate, it doesn't necessarily work as well.
Yeah. It's very cool.
What I like is, because they had to redraw the assets, it was like a combination of, okay, so we can add more detail. So what should that detail be? Look at like concept drawings and be like, oh, that's what that detail was originally intended to look like. Okay, cool. But also not going so far in certain changes that it doesn't look like the original thing, right? And so, apparently their mantra for this game, for this remaster, was don't fuck it up. Right? It's like, don't change the gameplay, don't get cute, don't try to make it like, just do it again, but HD graphics, don't fuck it up.
Could Square Enix hire Blizzard to make Final Fantasy VII again? Because that's a great mantra to have when you're dealing with a beloved game that might have some flaws.
Apparently they even talked to a bunch of StarCraft pros, which is, StarCraft 1 still has a very active pro scene. They talked to a bunch of StarCraft 1 pros to see if they even wanted to make it widescreen. They thought that there might actually be a fair amount of consternation about making it widescreen instead of 3x4, but apparently they were fine with it. They're like, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Speaking of remasters, okay, we were joking about this because that new Bubsy game got announced.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, and so there was this like unofficial like fan sort of,
or almost basically sort of a parody game.
Yeah, the 2013. In 2013, there was a browser game called Bubsy 3D. Bubsy visits the James Turrell retrospective. Where you play as Bubsy as he explores the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. Retrospective of the of artist James Turrell. Anyway, there's now a remaster of that because I assume they heard about the new Bubsy game and were like, well, hell, we got to get in on this.
Yeah. They're like, well, clearly remasters for Bubsy are a big
Bubsy's
thing.
time is here.
Yeah. So there's that.
In other news, I would say auteur game developer Robert Yang, whose games are usually trying to say very, interesting things, but are frequently banned on Twitter because they're Twitch. Sorry, they're frequently banned on Twitch because
they're about sex.
They're about sex.
He did the like showering simulator.
Yeah, shower with my dad simulator.
No.
Oh no, just showering simulator.
I can't remember what it was called, but it was shower with my dad simulator was a totally different thing. It was pixel art and everything. No, this was like actually. He does a lot of stuff about sex and sort of like life as a gay man. This game's called The Tea Room,
and it sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's about gay hookups in
the 1960s.
In the 1960s, and because there was like a code of like certain facial expressions and
like
signals.
when to look at people and stuff that would be like, I'm a gay man and I'm interested in doing gay sex things.
Yeah.
Because obviously it was not safe to just,
say I am a gay man looking to do gay sex.
Or just
things.
to be known as a gay person in the
Yeah.
1960s. The cops got wise to this and like filmed a bathroom for like 2 months or something so they could unravel the gay code. So basically the point of this game is that you are trying to score hookups without getting arrested by the cops for the very act of being gay.
It's sort of like Papers, Please in a way.
Yeah, because like you're basically you're standing at a urinal and someone comes in and stands at the other urinal and you have to look at them and make the right facial cues and make sure that they're doing the right facial cues because they might be an undercover cop. And if you see like the sirens outside, then it says if you see the cops, then leave the game.
Yeah, I'd actually quit the game.
You have to actually quit the game. That's how you escape it. There was the article we were saying mentioned that he did a game about BDSM where if you didn't respect the safe words, then you got banned from playing the game for a period of either hours or days.
Yeah,
because it's like working sort of like from a meta perspective. Anyway, that sounds great. But then there's also further commentary in this game directly related to Robert Yang and how his games are often banned from Twitch because Twitch doesn't like the full frontal nudity and dealing with. I think Twitch's wording is like games that are entirely about sex rather than just having sex or nudity in a game.
Yeah.
And
so he's got a great workaround this time.
Yeah, when someone whips their dong out, it's actually a gun. It's
it
a
starts
flaccid, fleshy gun. And then you lick it, and it gets harder and more erect and looks more and more like a gun.
And gets loaded up with ammo.
Yeah.
And then
it shoots.
Because guns are okay on Twitch, but penises aren't. Commentary.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's actually I can see where he's coming from there.
Yeah. The video is actually amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like I think it's a game people should play because I think it's a good way to put yourself in the headspace of what it was like just to be a person who wasn't straight, trying to live your life and do something that literally affected nobody, and yet was still like illegal and could have you like arrested, beaten, or even worse, right? And how persecuted people were very few years ago.
The Sex Pistols went in a strange direction.
Yeah, but also, like, it's kind of funny because lol, guns instead of penises.
Presumably, people asking for a video, presumably, if you just search on YouTube for it.
The game's called The Tea Room by Robert Yang. Yeah.
He's one of the few, there's a couple of these sort of, auteur video game things, and I don't know. To me, he's one of the more interesting ones in that, in terms of saying something with his game and actually sort of as gameplay part. Like not the whatever walking simulator blah 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 thing, but to me, those kind of games, while you can tell a very interesting story with a thing where it's just sort of giving you information. The idea of what this guy's been doing, where it is actually a game in terms of the gameplay and stuff, and the gameplay is part of the message that it's telling you. I think is much more interesting. So
the mob would protect gay nightclubs in the 60s because cops would come in and just beat up or arrest everybody, and the mob would clean up and provide levels of protection other people couldn't.
Well, I guess if you need someone to deal with people being like doing like not legal stuff, and the cops aren't going to protect you, I guess paying the mob a little enforcer fee.
I mean, Like that's one of the situations where it's like
Money is the great equalizer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The mob doesn't care. We were talking about that actually. Alex and I were talking about that with our Lyft driver in Vegas. That Vegas is like it's so weirdly refreshing in that way that there's all this like vice in Vegas, right? And whereas everywhere else in America and the world is like actually people are only really interested in your money, right? Whereas Vegas will walk right up to you and say, I only care about the money.
Yeah.
Do whatever you like. I literally only care if you give me money for it. And it's kind of refreshing in that way. That it's like, I don't give a shit what you're up to. Just give me money, And it's like, oh, that's actually kind of refreshing.
It's
It's like, I get it.
it's bluntness.
Yeah.
Doop. Let's see.
There's a game called Puzzle Puppers that it's not really news. It's just it looks really cute. and
I
it's called Puzzle
downloaded it.
Puppers.
It's very cute.
Yeah.
Do you
Puzzle
want to see it? I've played a few levels.
It's
Although, like, major fail on the
make long
icon.
wiener dogs.
The icon is a ham instead of
I don't understand that.
well, because you
that-
collect hams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The icon's a ham instead of
You stretch dogs to get hams.
like that solution won't work because I need to get.
What is your opinion on BioWare trying to get full rights to Mass Effect 1 from Microsoft to potentially make a remastered set for the entire Mass Effect trilogy with all DLC included for Xbox One and PlayStation 4? The major issue they're facing is that EA doesn't like remasters, which is funny considering all their other questionable business practices. That seems like something that BioWare ought to do, and I don't know why EA would have a problem with that because of what you just said.
Yeah. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of these situations where there's games that are whose rights are sort of like tied up between 2 or 3 big companies that don't necessarily have that have possibly conflicting interests.
Yeah.
Where it's like everybody wants this to happen, but they just can't get coordinated on actually making it happen, and nobody really cares enough to make it happen.
See GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild's new Master Trials beaten in just over an hour.
Yeah.
Great.
It is SGDQ week after all, so
It is. It came out yesterday, and it's already been speedrunned.
Yep.
Which is like
Speed Rand.
I saw a like in the comments somebody was like, it's one of those things where it's like you're supposed to spend like days on these.
Yeah.
They're hard,
Yeah.
but
Of course, some people are very good at video games. Aw, dang. G-Dwarf, really?
What?
No One Lives Forever is now confirmed to be impossible to revive. Warner Brothers probably has most of the rights and refuses to even talk to people who want to re-release it.
That sounds like something Warner Brothers would do.
No One Lives Forever was so good.
it was speedrun.
Wasn't her name Archer? Wasn't her name Kate Archer?
I think so. Yeah.
It was.
She was so cool. Anyway.
Boop, 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 boop. Oh yeah, and then the whole Wikipedia as a text adventure.
Sorry, Alma says there's a joke about No One Lives Forever saying somebody should just remake it and see who complains.
No, that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah. Speaking of runs, are we getting a running start soon? Let me bother James about it. I think they recorded one.
That's a
our
speed
thing.
run.
Running start is our thing.
Oh, our thing. Whoops, running start. Sorry, got confused.
We'll talk to James and we'll be like, James, where the hell is that?
You said speaking of runs, and I was thinking speed runs. And yeah, James, where's the show that Paul and I do? Get on that. Yeah, we should record
Get
one.
on getting us to do
You guys
that.
got a little bit off the horse because you went to Vegas.
Well, I went to Vegas, and then Paul was away, and then...
The pre-release happened.
But yeah, hey, we should record one soon.
There was a series of things that happened.
Let's record one, or
How
maybe
was your
even two
brother's
this
wedding?
week.
It was very nice.
Good.
We had it under a bridge. It was supposed to be in a park, and then it turned out that the park was closed because they were preparing for Saint Jean Baptiste Day. Which I understand is celebrating Saint John the Baptist, not Stephen Colbert's band leader Jean Baptiste.
Yeah, I don't believe he's been canonized yet.
But yeah, it was closed, and so instead we had it under the bridge, right by the canal. What's it called? The Rideau Canal.
Oh.
So it was actually
That sounds great.
It was actually very nice.
You say under a bridge, and it sounds.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
And what's great too is it was right beside the War Memorial, which has it has guards there, and during their vows. They had the changing of the guards, so like just this random bagpiper came by. So they were like doing their vows, and then just everything was drowned out by this incredibly loud bagpiper walking by.
That seems like the sort of thing that would ruin the perfect day for some people. But
I was about to say
feel
that's
like-
going to tilt some motherfucker out.
But I feel like
It was a pretty casual wedding,
I was gonna say, I
as you
feel
may
like-
imagine.
I
It was
feel like it was
there was
not a
only
big
like
deal.
15 of us there.
Yeah.
Like it was a fairly relaxed thing.
cool.
So yes, the wedding was in. If you know downtown, the wedding was under the main sort of
Downtown Ottawa.
bridge
By the
downtown
way.
in downtown Ottawa.
A bunch of people were like, "What? You were in Ottawa?"
Yep.
Yep.
but for his brother's wedding, not for hangouts.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't think I have anything else to talk about.
I mean,
Oh, you should definitely try that Wikipedia thing, by the way.
yeah, it's super fun.
I mean, if you're going to be wandering around Wikipedia anyway, you
Yeah.
might as well do it as a game.
I do like you don't just get to take anything,
No.
right? Like you
I
don't.
took some cherry blossoms.
Yeah, like you can only pick.
Does it parse out like what are objects? Or
Yeah,
something?
it doesn't care what you pick up, but it has to be a noun, like that's in that article. So you can't go to like. You can't go to China and pick up Stonehenge. You go to Stonehenge and pick up Stonehenge. You can also start at one of the places and then navigate from there, or you can also just type "go" and a place and just go to that place.
Can you like pick up Stonehenge and then go somewhere else and leave Stonehenge there
I don't know. I didn't try that.
and just cause all sorts of confusion?
Yeah. Doesn't Paul's brother live in France? No.
No, he used to live in Italy,
Yes.
but it was great. He currently lives in Boston. His wife lives in Switzerland, and we are here in Victoria. So Ottawa was they needed to have it happen in Canada for
Legal reasons.
for legal reasons, and Ottawa was like roughly equidistant between like Victoria and Switzerland, and also fairly close to Boston.
I feel like probably somewhere in Labrador would have been.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but also fairly close to Boston.
Yeah, easier to get to.
And Dan had friends who live in Ottawa,
Cool.
and so it all kind of worked out. But yeah, it was quite interesting.
All right. I think that's it.
I believe
Stories.
so.
All right, cool. So tonight, there is not a Tinker Tailor because Ian and Beej and Ben just got back from OdaFest in
Yep.
Calgary last night, and
They're a little tired.
they're not. Yeah, they just want to relax, which I totally understand because they've been performing all weekend. So there's no Tinker Tailor tonight. Tomorrow is New Day Tuesday, and I will be in playing Crash Bandicoot Remastered. I'm really
Crash
excited about it.
Bandicoot.
Did you hear? Did you hear that Crash Bandicoot is basically Dark Souls?
Yeah, people are having a harder time with that game than they thought
A couple journal. I don't even know for what site. A couple games journalists invoked the Dark Souls comparison, which led to a bunch of other journalists
Being like,
and people on Twitter being like, "You can't just call any game you're bad at Dark Souls."
well, I remember.
But apparently, it is more difficult than people remember. I know
Well, it's also the like one hit kills. People are like, we play games now. You're not used to that. It's like, oh right, I'm just dead, unless you have the mask.
yeah.
It's just like, oh right, huh.
There was a late night dub fight at OdaFest, and
I believe it was streamed as well.
I think they streamed it, but any recordings will be up at latenightdubfight.com because that is Ian's thing.
Ooh.
Also, then on Wednesday, it'll be Let's Nope. Alex and Ben should be finishing up
Alan
Wake, and then I believe on Wednesday night, Crossing the Streams is going to be the one it should have been from last week, which is Ben and Adam doing fighting games. But then
Yeah.
Adam got sick.
And Adam Feitzman's.
Somebody's asking about Corp Line. We got a Corp Line in the can. I'm very close to being done on the audio pass. I think we're just waiting for like me to do a few things and then Featherweight to do a few things. So before I leave for Vancouver on the weekend.
I actually have everything from Featherweight now.
Oh, then I can probably get it done like this afternoon or like tomorrow, Wednesday, because I don't work tomorrow.
And there's of course
streaming.
9 o'clock on Wednesday as well.
Yeah, I just didn't mention it because it's not going to be anything different than previous Mines
You just
O'Clock.
didn't mention it because it's not important.
I think they're doing a different map. Did you? I saw Uno. Uno's there. Uno, did you guys wrap up?
Have you like literally taken over the entire universe?
Did you do a thing?
become gods?
Or are you doing that in future?
I know you
Are
can
you doing like another Butter Road debacle?
No.
I know they can already control the weather and everything about the world.
We did blow up the Beyond world. Okay, so you're doing vanilla? I'm curious.
Yeah, new world incoming apparently.
James said Lego last week.
What? Lego?
Well, I know he wants to do that at some point, but
Oh man. When we did because we mentioned that on a checkpoint a while ago, that there's like the biggest, it's not the biggest Lego set ever, but it's the biggest Minecraft Lego set ever.
it looks huge.
And it's just basically a mountain that has been mined.
I'm stoked on it.
Oh, that looks
And Ed's
fun.
like, that looks so much fun. And so maybe we'll try to do that on AFK sometime.
Lorathan, RE Sidewalk Slam, the Payback and Backlash episode went up last week.
The Payback/ episode.
Backlash, yes. And we recorded an episode for Extreme Rules and Money in the Bank yesterday, and so I'm going to get that out the door as quickly as I can, I promise you, so that hopefully we'll be fairly caught up by the next pay-per-view which shall not be named.
Is that one Great Balls of Fire?
Great Balls of Fire.
Rare Monsters is asking about a public forum for suggestions for nicknames for Hour of Devastation.
Generally, there's a thread on the Magic the Gathering forum at loadingreadyrun.com.
Yeah.
And feel free to throw your suggestions in there, because
Which is a public forum.
I sometimes check it out for inspiration.
It's true. We probably won't do the like chat version of the entire nickname thing again.
It just slowed the whole thing
took a
down.
long time.
It was fun, but yeah, it made an already long thing even longer. But but yeah, check out our forums, loadingreadyrun.com/forum, or just click on the forum link.
Yeah. All right.
Has Great Balls of Fire aired yet?
No, it's this Sunday.
This Sunday,
Goodness gracious.
Sunday, watch these flaming balls knock together into a head-on match as these girthy opponents slide past one.
Like nothing you just said was even wrong.
I know. That's because I'm an expert at wrestling commentary now.
I think girthy is not used enough in wrestling commentary. Here comes the girthy John Cena.
No.
At least we think he's girthy.
Oh my
we
God.
can't see him.
My friend
It's
Paul
true.
tweeted a picture of The Rock's legs. He looks like looks like a bunch of chicken breasts that have been stapled together underneath a skin tarp.
He's a big man.
And just girthy John Cena remind me of that. Like that's kind of what John Cena's arms look like.
Yeah.
I just don't want to steal Paul's joke though.
Skin tarp.
Skin tarp.
Yeah.
It's a good phrase. Really rolls off the tongue. Skin tarp.
Kathleen, special guest on Sidewalk Slam, confirmed?
No,
Okay.
never.
It's sort of.
I don't know anything about wrestling. I'd be like, yep, that happened. And then Adam and Graham would have all these opinions and be like, well, this is good because this, and this references this historical thing. And I'd be like, I was thinking about Yuri on Ice while this was happening because I'm not particularly invested in this storyline. What do you think they're going to do in the Yuri on Ice movie?
Yuri on Ice Slam.
So,
We're going to go in now. Get some lunch or something.
Or something.
bye, everybody.
Bye. Talk to you later.
For Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. Looking forward
Crash Bandicoot.
to it. Later.
Thanks, everybody. Wait, come back.
We
have
forgot
the
the
thing.
subs. We forgot the subs.
Hang on. I'm
Don't
sorry.
worry. Don't worry.
I'm sorry for that noise.
We're back. Luckily, it's a thing that we can do. Wait.
Luckily,
wait.
we've got all of you here to stop us from making these terrible mistakes.
Oh
I
man.
was so excited. I literally, the first thing I said once my mic came off, I was like, wow, that went really smoothly today, all things considered. And we forgot.
We didn't forget anything.
We read our stories properly.
Alrighty.
So
Wait.
hungry for subs, they forgot subs. You know, I might go get a sub.
I brought my lunch.
I'm gonna
Because I
attach
was
my
like, I
mic.
need to clear out the fridge. It's so overfloweth.
Okay,
Food I don't actually want
The
because it's like 3 weeks old.
frogler floweth.
let's read some subs.
All right, let's do it.
Reneko for 27 months. Checkpoint time. Let's find out what the games industry has done now.
And Ashen Prime has resubbed for 3 months in a row. Thank you, Ashen Prime.
Fit Orion for 36 months. SpaceX launched today at 4:37 Pacific. I'm hyped. Are you? Or launch today. Pardon me. I'm quite hyped. Thank you.
Nearness for 42 months. Won't someone think of David Caruso?
3D.
Destiny
Nikki
one.
Wolf for 28 months. It's the hour of game devastation.
J Random Hacker with a 14-month resub, taking a few minutes from SGDQ to check some points. Thank you, J Random Hacker.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Hokatari for 13 months. I don't know what to say here.
Ink Slayer for 15 months says 15 months. That's 5 months each for Kathleen, Graham, and Paul.
Hey,
thank you.
Appreciate it. I'll take those 5 months. Put them in the bank. Peachy Prieto with an 8-month resub. Happy belated Canada Day. Thanks. There were
Thanks.
fireworks.
Arconic Energy for 10 months. Thank you for your continued merriment making.
Canvas Wolf Doll for 10 months says, yay, a resub during checkpoint. Fun times.
Where'd you get 8 from there? Nomi77 for 7
10
months.
looks like an 8.
Okay, sure. Welcome back, Nomi.
Bronze Finger for 42 months.
Wow.
Woo!
Draxov for 7 months says, I hope you guys had a good Canada Day and didn't get drunk too much. We played Magic all day. It was great.
Didn't get drunk at all. Had a beer, though. Strifeheart with a 2-month resub. You guys are the best. Thank you,
Thank you,
Strifeheart.
Strifeheart.
No, you did best.
Blue Mechanic for 37 months.
D-Dubs for 10 months.
Check the dubs. Dirge Novak with the 7-month resub. Welcome back, Dirge Novak. That wasn't meant to rhyme, but there we are.
Anonymous list. Late one night, my tired brain conflated 2 different LRR playlists into one. Therefore, I present to you the majesty of my sleep-deprived imagination. Behold, speed dump 1 turd.
Aquarionics for 38 months says, do not turn off your stream while checkpoint is saving.
It almost happened. Fracaswell with a 47-month resub. Thank you, Fracaswell. Welcome back.
Gravity Pike for 39 months.
Calaveth for 28 months. Woo!
Fandrez with a 5-month resub. Thank you and welcome back.
Whedon Project for 9 months, tuning in just in time to hear something about a bag of dicks. Classic checkpoint.
Now I want dicks.
Oh, Wabajack for 18 months says, oh, wheel. I feel like the Hooter store in Florida on that feed dump.
Dr. Cthulhu, a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel, Dr. Cthulhu. Thank you.
Atrophonian for 18 months. Thank you for all you do. I'm proud to have 2 sub babies with you.
Hey.
Aw, twins. Acer Blade for 23 months says 23 months. That's almost.
Scar Red Tiger, 13-month resub. Welcome back.
Lorathan is a new subscriber.
Oh, wow. So many subscribers.
Yay.
Like Max Phantom is also a new subscriber.
Hey, welcome. MT Storm with a 21-month resub. Welcome back, MT Storm. Yes, emotes do show up on sub messages now.
Shard 42 for 15 months, last minute sub.
And thanks, Foxmar, for 100 bits.
Oh yeah. I'd like to point out that 2 sub babies in 18 months is not twins. That's just 2 babies.
Oh, yeah.
How do we know they're not like?
You don't just, if you're gonna have twins, it doesn't just take 18 months and then you get both.
That also sounds, can you imagine just rolling right back into it? That sounds awful. Like with no pause? Because that implies like immediate.
That's actually like
I don't
usually
even know if that's-
biologically impossible.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't even think that's actually feasible. But don't let me stop you from claiming 2 sub babies. Maybe it's like like
I
when
think you can do.
like when they build construct a building, right? It's like this took 3 years of mana. Like it was like it takes like however many months, but it's like years worth of like person hours of work, right?
Right.
So it's like the twins took it was 18 months of babby forming, but it was in the same 9-month period.
So it takes twice as much.
I'm trying to find a logical way out of this.
Like I'm pretty sure
yeah.
people do like 1 per year. So
Yeah.
3 months in between each, which is still pretty ridiculous.
Feasible
mean,
but
like-
not advised.
Yeah, it's.
What? How does that work? Irish
What?
twins when 2 kids are born within 12 months.
I mean, like the thing is,
So that's
you can't
less than a year.
even get pregnant.
oh yeah, no, okay, yeah, no, that's that. Sorry, I misinterpreted what that meant. Sorry, Kathleen, continue.
You technically can't even get pregnant for several months after your kid is born, but some people can.
Mm-hmm.
But also, they tell you not to engage in coital activities until you're nice and healed up
Hmm.
after having a kid, because it can just introduce some things in
Issues.
there that you don't want to introduce issues to. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's a good way to get an infection in your bits, which are still healing and sad.
I miss the days of thanks for
Just
0
they-
bits. I've never actually seen that.
No,
That happened a couple times, and then I changed it so that it doesn't show bits if there are 0, because otherwise it looks like weirdly passive aggressive.
Thanks for nothing.
Thanks for nothing, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I changed that.
All right, now we're going away for real though.
Are we?
yeah.
Who knows?
Aren't your nethers in pretty rough conditions? Well, your nethers, like the whole inside system is just like the whole plumbing network down there is just like fucking no, right? Like it's not a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, goodbye.
The inside system is a technical medical term.
I'm leaving now.
Bye.
Bye.